time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah? Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into yet another edition of your show, the Thursday edition. I am your host, Gary. This still is, as far as we know, the only show that doesn't mind making mistakes so much so that we go live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, originating in Saskatoon. And the reason we do it is because this place is real. Run by real people, real human beings just like you, sitting in a chair and talking about this beautiful city of ours and all the cool stuff that goes on in this province of ours, and dare I say this lovely country of ours. All of it here for you and by you. So thank you very much for joining us and hanging out and raising the spirits of everyone around, because that's what we're all about. Bringing people up, man. Lifting each other up. No putting people down around here. It's not what we do. And to thank you for helping us along on this journey to make the world a better place, we have a camera and we have an actress who already faked me out once. She tried to go inside for us. That's so good. Go inside for some food. It wasn't happening. We got to go to this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Maggie. Boo! Marge, you had it, bro. You were there. Here we go. Look at this. The Maggie cam coming in so hot. That's majestic right there. Very well done. The Maggie Cam, always proudly presented to you by our incredible friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer, okay? And as she's finding her new spot, there she goes. She's getting rowdy. Anytime we talk about Pet Planet, she says, I want to go see my boyfriend Leroy, because Pet Planet on 8th Street is her place, right? Someone say Leroy? Yeah, I did say Leroy. We'll go see him next week. We're almost out of food. I'm still upset that you tricked me into thinking that you almost had a supper time. The reason she loves Pet Planet on 8th Street so much, not just because of her boyfriend Leroy, who she met at the puppy greeting convention here in town. He greets you at the door, just like Marge does here. The people that run the place. Man, she's so cute. Little Tanuki, hey? Big Boy, our buddy, loves calling her a little Tanuki, the Tanuki suit from Super Mario Brothers 3. Mike and Rochelle, they run the place, and they are incredible human beings. Great people doing great things that care. They're a local business. That's what we care about. We love helping others, helping local businesses, especially when they are really good people with a good business. And so when we go in there, they got treats all over the place. So Marge runs around, tries to help herself to as many treats as she can. Sometimes she gets one, sometimes she doesn't. It's always fun to watch. And then the shopping experience just keeps getting better, man. Right by all those toys, like buckets. Then every Tuesday, by the way, toys on sale, or treats on sale, sorry. The toys are on the walls all around. They got the buckle up collars and leashes there ready for you with all your favorite movies, cartoons, TV shows, all that. It's all there. Okay, and then all those other tools you need to harness your animal and to take care of them and walk them around. It's all right when you walk in. And then you go deeper and you see all the aisles. They got an aisle full of clothing for your pets. They got an aisle or two more full of toys, more toys. And then they got the whole back wall full of all the different foods for your animal. And then you keep walking. They got crates and beds and everything else you need in that category. Then in the back, you got all the fridges full of the raw foods. If you're looking to change your animal's diet to the raw food diet, they got you. It's right there. And then maybe you want to take your puppy for a spa day. They have the greatest spa in the history of puppy spas right in the back. Pop them in, harness them up, shampoo, rinse, blow dry, everything right there, encapsulated into one beautiful spa room. And then going down the other way, they got all the medicines and all the other things that you need for your pets. They'll do licensing. They do everything there. And if by chance somehow they don't have what you're looking for, they'll probably order it for you because they are really, really good people. And not only that, they're open after hours and on weekends, thanks to Kirsten and Chris. So always open, always there for you, and always happy to help. That's why we love talking about our incredible, fantastic pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. Beautiful. I love that. That was great, hey? The second we finished, she's on her spot. Great acting, Margaret. And great camera work, LB. That was very well done to be able to maneuver like that. Very fun, the moving, active Maggie Cam. So hope you're having a great time finishing off your Thursday. And if you're watching this on the replay, like a lot of you do, thank you again for joining us, as we got traditions around here. And another way that we stay different is we do a live show, 4 to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. But each show is different. On Mondays, we get Brooksy in here, and we have a sort of a female-oriented show. Tuesdays, we have the All Out of Angst podcast edition of your show. We got Uncle Mike from All the Natural Products right here. You can check him out. Damn 20 promo code still going on. UncleMike'sNatural.com. Be sure to check him out. Matt from All the Bands. He's been under the weather lately, and he should be back next Tuesday, and we'll see him, as well as Uncle Brando joins as we do a Twitch stream that day as well. And a new sales guy, Derek, also stops by. He's been filling in, doing a great job. And then on Wednesdays, we go all the way around the world and check in with coach number one, our good buddy, my former Cardinals baseball coach, Adrian Blarshot. And Simon Hyatt, Mr. Baseball, joins us. Curtis Anderson, a.k.a. the Kingslayer, joins us, as well as Coach Kamatu, a.k.a. Coach Mazer. That's our Wednesday edition. It's a lot about sports. The Tuesday, the All That Angst show, is all about the greatest decade of all time, the 90s. We look back and we talk about, it was so much better back then. It's a lot of fun. And Fridays, we do the Friday Fun Table. Hardcore joins us. Uncle Brando and a couple other guests stop by. It's sort of a rotating roster there. What's that? Clueless, Rolling with My Homies. Remember that? It's a good movie. And Thursdays, our tradition here today is we check in with our good buddy. I call him the human energy drink, because once he shows up, you just wake up. He's always fired up. And it's always a lot of fun, and we are going to celebrate that tradition yet again as we check in with our good buddy. Take it away, producer Brooklyn. Another Thursday.
That's right.
Another Matt Young from CTV in the house.
You got her.
Welcome
man.
back, brother. I'm doing good. Yeah. Great to see you.
Good to see you. Things are going well.
Always around here.
Always
enjoying the quest to make the world a better place.
Did you hear the thunder yesterday?
Dude.
Wow, that was a loud thunderstorm.
We were recording in here for Good Sports. New episode out right now. Yes.
It'd be. You could probably hear it as you were recording.
Not only could you hear it, we lost the computer power. It surged and shut down, and then it froze.
Oh my gosh.
So we had to go on a pause for about 3 hours before LB could come in and fix everything. And he made it in. So we were in here till about 12:30 last night doing Good Sports. So a great episode coming out for you.
Okay.
I guess it's already out right now.
For sure.
So we definitely heard the thunder. And it flipped a breaker in the house too. So it was
really?
It was crazy.
It was loud. It was loud. It certainly was. But
was there any tornadoes, Mr. Weatherman?
There were a couple of tornado watches
That's what I was hearing about.
We'll confirm that on our 6 o'clock program tonight. And,
check it out.
Always. And on ctvnews.ca. Yep. So we'll have that absolutely. Sweet. And but the nice thing is a lot of people needed rain.
Yes.
So that was good. And for those in Saskatoon, you won't have to water your lawn for a while. So the sprinkler gets a bit of a break. So that's always nice.
Absolutely. And, I learned a long time ago, never say no to rain.
That's right.
That's what my godfather, may he rest in peace, farmer out in Bigger, I'd call him when I was working in Rosetown, and I'd say, hey, how's the water? He's like, we'll never say no to water.
I
don't care. We'll never say no.
Never say,
that always stuck with me.
It's always,
exactly.
Most of the time, it's just never enough. Exactly.
Yes. So,
exactly.
I'm with you there.
Totally. So we like to talk about video games. We like to talk about Saskatoon stuff and Saskatoon
packed some
sports.
stuff up here today. I like it.
You know what? Well, speaking of power, we got power because
yes, we do.
Initially I was going to do a Saskatoon hilltop simulation on Tech Mobile for their upcoming game, but I'm going to move that to next week because something else came up that I thought would be really fun to talk about. And that is we have a special, we sometimes do these video game anniversary things.
Yes, I love them.
And usually we pick 2 or 3 games that like on this day they were released. Yes. Well, for all you gamers in Saskatoon who might be celebrating and you're on your PS5 or your Xbox, we have a celebration today. We wanted to do this because on this day in 1989,
come on, baby,
the Sega Genesis came to the North American
Get out of
market.
here.
That's right. Sega Genesis released in August of 1989. Happy birthday to Sega. So 99, 2009. This is 36 years. That's wild.
That's a lot.
36 years ago.
That's a lot.
Are you kidding? Wow.
Yeah, I already felt old when we started, and now I feel older.
And now we feel older.
Yes,
that's
so
right.
Thank you for that.
And we're a little older than we were a few minutes ago.
That's it.
So, and of course, a Sega Genesis, awesome system.
Yes.
So the Sega Genesis, you have it right here. Okay. It was a black
Look at
box.
that bad boy.
And it was a 16-bit system.
Yes.
It was actually first released in Japan. Then it came to North America. It actually was released first in North America. New York and LA got a bunch of systems.
Ooh, a little
and then,
early.
And then a lot of the other stores didn't start getting them until around the first week of September.
Okay.
So it came to North America. Now, the Sega Genesis was sort of Super Nintendo's main competitor.
Yes.
It actually sold better than the Super Nintendo for 4 Christmas seasons.
Get out of here.
It was because the Sega Genesis came out in 1989. Super Nintendo didn't come out till 2 years later.
That's
and
it.
Sega Genesis also had a bigger game library. So there were a lot of people that were buying Sega Genesis. Now that eventually flipped.
Yeah, but
in
that
about
would have been strategic by
93.
Sega, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
make sure we get this
it
out
early,
before the Super Nintendo.
Because
Yeah.
the Super Famicom was coming, and so it was a smart decision,
Yeah.
and it did really well. Sega Genesis did not sell too well in Japan, or at least not as it sold okay, but not as good as a Super Nintendo.
Yes.
It did very well in North America. Sega Genesis was huge in North America. It sold a number of systems, and some of the top 3 games for Sega Genesis, because I looked
gonna be
this
good. I
up
like
too.
this, yeah.
So the top game was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
15 million copies.
And now, does that counts the ones that came with the system?
Yes,
Okay.
there were a lot of
So it
them
was
that
like
were
their
bundled
Mario,
with
yes,
it. Right.
gotcha.
And then the next best or the next highest selling game in terms of copies sold was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which we
Never
have right
questioned
here.
Sonic. He prints money, that guy.
7.5 million copies sold.
So
and
crazy.
then the third highest selling game for Sega Genesis was
Don't say-
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sonic 3.
No, Sonic 3's up there. It's about
That's
5 or 6.
crazy.
So Mortal Kombat did about 4.3 million copies.
And that Sega Mortal Kombat version of that game was always the trump card in any arguments with Super Nintendo against Sega. It's like, yeah, how's your Super Nintendo with no blood, bro?
That's right, because
Our
it had
Mortal
the blood.
Kombat on
Remember,
Sega
it had the blood, and it was
you couldn't argue. It's like, you win.
exactly.
Yeah.
That was the main difference.
That was the talk on
and it
the
was-
playground there.
And it
Yeah.
was huge. It was actually a big news story at the time because
Yeah.
at the time, video games, of course, you're talking 16 bits, so you didn't really have blood
Gory
or guts or
bloodiness,
gory
yeah.
stuff. So like even fighting in hockey was revolutionary at the time. Should we
For
have
sure.
fighting in sports games?
Yeah, and then they
That-
had the blood, and then they
and
took
then
blood out as
they
well.
had that exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So, so we have a copy of Sonic 2, and I thought, why not show a little bit of
Let's
it?
check it out.
Let's check it out because we love powering things up. So you
That's
stick
it.
your Sonic 2 in there, and then you press the power button.
So simple.
And,
And you'll notice
we got it
there's
on this monitor right
no
here.
updates. There's no
no
anything.
terms of service agreement.
My God. Oh, there it is. I love
That's
it so much.
awesome, Sega.
Anytime I turn on my PS4 now, it's update this. You can't play the game you want to play for an
exactly.
hour from now. It's like,
Exactly.
Dun, 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 dun.
And the nice thing
So good.
about games is it was just one button and you play. That's all it is.
And 2-player.
Exactly.
Two-player
You
co-op.
had 2-player, yep.
It's the best.
And all
Bringing
you
in
had to do
Tails.
was-
This is the debut of Tails?
The debut of Tails. This is Sonic sidekick Tails.
Yeah. And you're going to
uh,
watch this while watching the screen with a delay. This is wild.
So we got some. Now this was the first time that Tails was in one of these
Yes.
games, and the nice thing about it is that it came up with some new moves, new bosses. Of course, it's still good old Dr. Robotnik, right?
Yes.
That you'd have to try.
And then did they change his name later, like Dr. Egg's Head or
think
something
it
like
was
that?
Yeah, they did do
So
something like that.
confusing,
And
yeah.
so now this game here is super popular. And the one thing that made the Sega Genesis so nice that a lot of people liked is because it had that sort of fast-moving. They called it blast processing at the
Yes.
time. And that was pretty revolutionary, really, for any system.
Totally.
And so that's Sega sold a lot of people on that, right?
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
the
they-
music.
And the music is
So
awesome.
good. The
It's-
soundtrack, man,
Oh,
incredible.
it's great.
All
And the
that.
nice thing about it is that there were more secrets, there were more, more power-ups, and you are right, the soundtrack is
Yeah,
addictive.
man.
Now, there's all kinds of different, like there's, they have a sort of a secret zone where you kind of go down, like, I call it a
Yes.
little chute.
Yeah, and
know
you got to
what I
get
mean?
all the gems
You
and
gotta
stuff.
get all the gems and
Yeah.
stuff. That one is hard. It's
Yeah.
not easy to get all those gems. I remember many times fighting over trying to. There we go. We just beat
beat
the
it.
level. There we go.
Beat a level while watching on that screen. And the delay involved, that's incredible.
We got it. We get
Gaming expert.
There you go.
Right
there you go.
Dude.
So Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now this game right here, there were a lot of copies made of it.
Yeah.
So you can typically find a copy of Sega for like $20 or $30.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I have one right here.
Yep.
Mine still has the instruction manual.
Always keep your instructions in your boxes if you
back
can.
in the day, you used to get instruction manuals, right?
They were the best.
For your games.
Yeah.
Now you don't. Now it's just all online.
Every single game at the rental store would have no instructions
There
because
you
people
go.
would steal it.
Well,
First
that's exactly
rental.
right.
Yeah.
That's or photocopy them or
Yeah.
whatever you had to do, right?
Do what you got to do.
So I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. So that Sega Genesis, so released 36 years ago this month in August of 1989. One of the best, highest selling games or the most sold games is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Why not? So if you have a chance to pick up one of these, you can usually get a system here for about $70, $80.
They're going
right
for
there.
a good, affordable price
But
right
it's still affordable, right? You can still get one. Get one that works. This is the controller that was for it, right?
Yes,
okay, right
look at
here.
those bad boys.
So, which was also revolutionary because it had 3 buttons.
Yeah.
Now you got like 10. But I mean, back then, 3 buttons was a lot, right?
Yes, sir.
Regular
And then they would bring in the shoulders when
That's
Super
right.
Nintendo would bring it in. Then all of a
That's
sudden it
right.
turns into these Xbox.
N64 as the joystick, and that's where that started that revolution.
Exactly.
So, so happy birthday to Sega Genesis. If you can get one and then grab a game, and this is hours of fun right here. You can't do any better than that.
And you don't need the internet to play it.
And
I can't stress
that's
this enough.
No internet. You don't got to sign up for anything.
That's
you
right.
just put the card. You saw that. Put the cartridges in.
Play it.
One button.
best feeling.
You're ready to go, and you're having a good time. And that's why I say I love this stuff because it brings back memories. But I think I encourage newer gamers, try this. It's fun.
Yes.
Grab a couple of friends on a Friday night.
That's it.
You will find that lots of people enjoy these games. So happy birthday, Sega
Love it.
Genesis, baby.
Beautiful. Happy birthday, Sega Genesis. You're amazing.
You are amazing.
We love you. We love you. This is why we love you, buddy. Local sports-wise, you mentioned the Hilltops earlier.
Yes.
A little bit of rough start going on.
Oh, yeah. So the Saskatoon Hilltops, so I do their play-by-play on their
Yes, sir.
streaming. So they were in Winnipeg last week, and they lost 31-11. Now, the Hilltops, sometimes they lose. I mean, you can't win. That was their first regular season loss since 2022.
Which is pretty
right?
crazy.
Which is pretty crazy. I mean, they've lost in the playoffs, but the first regular season loss in 2022. In 2022, they also lost to the Winnipeg Rifles. So it happens. Winnipeg's a good team. The Hilltops are back for their home opener this Sunday at SMF Field. They're playing the Edmonton Huskies. This is a team that they faced in the playoffs last year. So, and Edmonton's a good squad. So they need a good crowd. So come out on Sunday, 1 o'clock, SMF Field. Get there, cheer on the Saskatoon Hilltops because they need you. It's rare that they start 0-1.
Yeah.
It is pretty rare.
It's time to step it up.
I remember watching that game and I'm thinking, man, this is not your typical Hilltops team, but they're good. They've got good players. Maybe they just needed a week to get it out of them.
And they wake it all
back.
up. Yeah.
So the cobwebs have been shaken off.
right.
So the Hilltops taking on the Edmonton Huskies. Be there at 1 o'clock at SMF Field. And now that's on Sunday. On Saturday, yours truly is going to be at the Rider game.
Go Riders,
I'm
go.
going to the Rider game.
It's official because you weren't sure, so you're
I
for sure
wasn't
going.
sure, so
Okay.
I am going. Dad got tickets a couple days
Love
ago.
it.
So we're going to go to the Rider game. Now, they're taking on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. This is going to be a good crowd. They're going to get well over 32,000.
That's a big number.
They're gonna have a
Big
good crowd. They might good walk up. They might be able to sell it out.
That'd be pretty
Games
big.
on Saturday.
All right.
Now,
Are we going to be able to hit you up from the field maybe for a couple minutes?
I'm gonna
Are you
hope
gonna be
so.
okay?
I
You'll
want
let
you
me
to
know.
Send me a
Okay.
Zoom link and I'll see if I can
Perfect.
get in there.
Yeah.
It's tricky in a stadium like that because you
Absolutely.
got so many people. They're all using internet, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to find a place, and it might not. Problem is, am I going to be able to hear you?
Yeah,
I might just get on there and say, I can't hear you, Gary.
It's crazy here.
We're having a
Bye."
great time. And, so.
Even that would be funny. We'll play it by ear.
I'll try and see
Yes.
what we can do. But as for a score prediction,
Here we go.
I think the Riders can put up 30 points, and I think that they'll win 30-18.
Ooh, I
I think
like
the Riders
that.
will win 30-18, and not quite a blowout, a 12-point victory. But I think they're going to win. I think they're going to make a statement at home in front of a big crowd on a Saturday afternoon. I think Saskatchewan's going to beat Hamilton, and I think they're going to roll into Labor Day as the best team in the CFL. And this is a good. Like I say, you cut out the penalties,
Yeah.
and you cut out just a couple of miscues, and they're rolling. I mean, they really steamrolled Montreal.
Yeah, it was
So,
something to behold.
I mean, that was an interesting game. So I'm going 30-18. Mark it on the board. I got to climb up there in the standings.
Dude.
I'm not doing very well.
As the guy who
I think I'm,
always
like, second or third last.
I'm always putting the Gary curse on the opposing team, so I am like literally I have 3 points total. So no one will get below me.
Good.
I am
that's
the basement.
We hope you finish last.
That's right.
There
so
we
that's
go.
always got our first prediction in for the 13th melon. From CTV's Matt Young.
There you
30
go.
to 18.
30-18.
Go
That's
Riders,
what we're
go.
thinking. Go Riders, go. So yeah,
Beautiful.
and so long to the Saskatoon Berries who had a
Yes.
great season. They did fantastic. Lost to the Regina Red Sox in the division final, but you know what? Fantastic, and next year they can pull it all together. I think.
Incredible season.
Rattlers struggled this year, but they're finishing up, and you know what? They'll come back as well. An off season for the Rattlers. They usually make the playoffs. Didn't this year, but you know what? We do thank the Saskatchewan Rattlers for sure. And then in 3 weeks, Huskies college football is going to be starting. So everything's kind of wrapping up because we're getting close to fall.
That's right.
But yeah, that Ratter game on Saturday is going to be a fun one.
Huge. Very excited for that one. He is Matt Young from CTV, joining us every Thursday. Brother, always appreciate it. So great to see you. And maybe we'll talk to you from the stadium on Saturday.
We'll try and
if
get her
not, we'll get you back in next Thursday.
For sure. You got her.
Awesome. Thank you so much, brother.
You bet.
Double thumbs up. Look at that. Oh, I was hoping it would go right to it. I left a little too much in between. CTV's Matt Young, always a pleasure to have him stop by each and every Thursday, do some gaming stuff, get a little bit of local sports in, and have a whole lot of fun as the Thursday continues here on your show. Getting real close to the weekend. Going to be a lot of fun, all right, including, really pumped for this, the Martinsville Rec Center, our friends over at Super Skills Hockey, they got Swaggy P coming in. Swaggy P, if you don't know, international phenomenon. He's a social media superstar. He's a breakaway specialist is what he does. He was at the All-Star game. He goes all over the world, and he produces all sorts of crazy content. All the moves that we all do in our heads as we're warming up and practicing our breakaway skills. My signature move, and all of the fellow Neon Flamingos can vouch for this, is coming down, faking up top, going backhand, and then falling. Feet up, lose the puck, highly embarrassing, cry a little bit, everyone laughs at you. That's my move. Swaggy P doesn't pull that one. I told him he can't have it. But he will be performing, and it's going to be awesome. I got some info for you on this because it's very cool, okay? So you'll be heading out to Super Skills Hockey. It's upstairs at the Martinsville Rec Center, right over top of the ice surface, so you can see out while you're training inside. 4:30 it begins. They got a trick shots and skill drills going on the ice, as you can see Swaggy P's signature moves and learn the techniques behind all of those crazy world famous puck control tricks that he's got. Then they got the skill development where you can participate in drills designed to improve your stick handling, creativity, and overall confidence with the puck. And then this is the one I'm excited about, the goalie challenge. If you're a goalie, you think you can stop Swaggy P, get signed up, get out there, and we'll see how he sort of treats you in there. I'm sure he'll go a little bit easy, but he'll also be pulling out all the stops, so that'll be a lot of fun. So that's on the ice. Then after the, I guess you would call it performance, you head upstairs to the Super Skills Hockey Development Studio, where he'll be hanging out from 6 to 8 p.m., and he'll basically be doing his stuff on all the equipment there. He'll be showing off his moves and, again, training and filming more social media content. So you could be on Swaggy P's social media, which is very exciting for a lot of the kids out there these days. And as well, they will have a session hanging out with him after all of that. So if you want to get involved, it's very, very easy to do. Download the Super Skills app from the Apple App Store or Google Play. Okay, you do that. Then once you create your profile, you can book and pay for the on-ice, spectator, or in-studio with Swaggy P directly in the app. Very cool. And the pricing is also very, very, very reasonable. If you want to get out on the ice, $70. And then if you want to be a spectator, it's $10. And then $30 for the in-studio with Swaggy P. So a lot of content creation will be going on. A lot of really cool tricks will be going on. And a whole lot more. Just head on over to their website, superskillshockey.ca. Check it out. Get signed up. As well, you can email at beelite@superskillshockey.ca. A lot of fun going on this Saturday out of Super Skills Hockey at the Martinsville Rec Center. Beautiful new facilities. Fantastic times going on with that. As well, if you're looking for a little snacky poo on Saturday, we're going to have one as the Riders taking on the Ticats. And the 13th Melon going at 12:30 as kickoff set for 1 o'clock. We're going to get our Bugsies game day feast going on. We're going to knock a couple more off of our passport here. Once you get all 69 of these flavored wings, they got the mad scientists in the back creating all these things. And once you get them all, you get the T-shirt. Check out the T-shirt. Look at that. You join the exclusive club. I did the 69 of Bugsies. That's the Ruckus cock right there, shredding away. And then your life gets better. Okay? That's you can pick up a passport, Bugsies, Markham Mall, or Lawson Heights locations, and get on these incredible, fantastic flavors you would never think that you would enjoy. That's the beauty of the Bugsies Game Day Feast when they bring it in. We've tried the cinnamon bun. We've tried the Sweet Escape, which is a honey garlic parmesan. We've tried the peanut thai, which is a peanut thai. Creamy taco. There's a creamy taco wing, and it tastes just like a taco. Like the things they're doing with this. It's changing the wing game, man. It really is. So pick up your passport, get them stamped, and then make your way to that shirt, and it's going to be just awesome. You're eating wings. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're on special. Go in, and it's over half price off, I think, per order of wings. So you can just knock out a whole passport. Boom. Send it, you know. And you can also order on Uber Eats and skip the dishes. Just go to Smitty's and then order a plain wing, and in the memo, put the flavors that you want from your passport. So good. That's how we sell. I keep saying this because it's so funny. That's how we sell, or celebrated. LB's looking at me. That's how we celebrated my parents' anniversary. What's going on, LB? Oh, we got our guy. All right. You're off the hook then. Thank goodness. LB was trying to frantically get himself caught up with the Riders. We call him the Rider Outsider for a reason. So, yeah, no, it's all good, buddy. I still got some stuff to do here. Those are live reads, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we promote what you're doing, what you're about. Say you got an organization, you got a charity event coming up. Maybe you got a barbecue like our friends in Elmwood earlier this week. We'd love to promote it. Just let us know. It's so easy to do. So easy, in fact, that we got a graphic for it. Just send us an email. And then with that graphic comes a song that I'm about to sing for you right now. Just send an email to, like I'm going to get there. Hey, there it is. It's not there. Contact@dufferinave.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Then when we're done with it, we say, get out of here, because we love having fun with our graphics. Our good buddy Royal Anders has updated our fantastic website. Very easy to maneuver. Dufferinave.com is where you find it. Just like the email minus the contact and the @ Super easy to do. Put a little Bowling Brooklyn spin on this one. No relation to producer Brooklyn right there. And our Twitch stream. You get some horns for that bad boy. Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media. Mondays we do Game with Brooksy and Phenom now. As that one stepped up. Tuesday it's Uncle Brando and yours truly hanging out, getting good at games. Currently playing Shining Force 3. This is from Shining Force 2, but still, you get the message. Joining the party theme? Very cool. Shining Force 3 on the Sega Saturn. No one's doing Sega Saturn, so we're out there doing it. Because we love to do the stuff no one else is doing. And then Friday nights, tomorrow night, back at it. Brando and Gary get good at games with guests. That guest, our good buddy Phenom, as he is doing his first playthrough of Chrono Trigger. Fantastic game. Always in the conversation of greatest RPGs of all time. We're coming off Final Fantasy VI, also in that conversation. So it'll be our second go of Chrono Trigger with Phenom, as he gets to experience all the fun that comes along with playing that incredible, fantastic game. So check out our Twitch stream as well. You can check out the playthroughs on the network. We got the videos of the entire Final Fantasy VI run, and it was a wild one. So a lot of fun over on the Twitch. How do I grab that? Right about there and send it away. Fun with graphics. As we continue on the Thursday edition of your show, we have a guest coming in right away here. He has arrived. He will be joining the studio shortly. He is the host of Uncle Grandma's Story Time. And the latest episode, new episodes every Sunday, 7 p.m. is when they drop. He just got back from the Sturgis Biker Rally. His band, Arcana Kings, out there playing loving and living, man. He took us for a little tour on the mini episode from the road, and he showed off all the bikes and the venue. He's going to tell us more about the venue because I'm really interested in this. Something we've been trying to create around here with all the bands that are always coming through, and we're always checking in with all of our buddies, is putting on a show in town here, like every 3 months or so. I'm trying to get into the Black Cat, but we got to get bands lined up first. But it would be like, say for instance, Grandma's band or Can of Kings. Maybe you get, some Untimely Demise in there, Raven Witch, all these bands that we know and love. And in between the sets of the bands changing over, we would have the Damn Family there, and you come and meet us and hang out and play games. I always want to do the Mario Kart tournaments because they're always fun. Maybe some hockey shootouts, lots of stuff that was inspired from an old show that Untimely Demise did back in the day at the old Wash and Slosh way down. Oh, you announcing his arrival? Okay. So anyways, our idea of that is done on a huge scale where Uncle Grandma was. It sounds like he is here. Uncle Grandma, have you arrived? Come on up, buddy. Without further ado.
Saying hi to Maggie.
Yeah, she was announcing, look at this, trash in the place. Just walks in, starts kicking things over. Has it been that long? And away you do. Ladies and gentlemen, from Uncle Grandma's Story Time, it's Uncle Grandma. I can't hold it anymore. That's as long as I can go. That's my move. I was waiting for a camera. Are we not switching? Oh, I thought you were just playing me, bro. I was like, how long am I gonna hold this for? It's like, that's my move. Oh, welcome.
Hi.
God, it's good to see you. I've missed you. Yeah, I get it. I would stand up, but standing up's hard.
You.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good to be here.
Dude, I was just talking up the Sturgis Biker Rally. I was just talking up the Arcana Kings.
Yeah.
I was about to talk up We the People.
Hell yeah.
A lot going on in the world of Uncle Grandma. Catch us up, my friend. First and foremost, look at this. Yes.
Got a couple
Looks
nice
good.
shirts. I really like the back.
Oh, look at that. Skeletons riding motorcycles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sign me up. If I was ever to be a character, I'd like a lot of Ghost Rider going on in there. I like that.
Yeah.
Little superhero type situation, if you will.
It was pretty cool.
No kidding. So I was talking up the venue about how it's like a bunch of local media people.
Yeah.
And
Home Slice Entertainment, they're
there
called.
it is.
Yeah.
And they all came together and bought the venue. Is that correct?
Yeah, they started that bar, and they have, I think, maybe 8 radio stations.
That's so cool.
And a lot of the people that work there, like Mark Houston and Rob and Mitch and all the staff. There's like, what's the dude's name? I can't remember. Another dude that works there, he's actually a drummer that plays in a couple different bands. One called Good Fire. We played with them in Rapid City a couple months back. His kids have a band called the Rathco, and like they're really, really good.
Well, of
like,
course.
They're varying ages, a couple daughters and a son. And like, I remember last year, his youngest son was the drummer, but now he plays drums for them. Wears a hat, just says "Dad" on it. Like they're awesome. But like, there's such a tight knit group of people. Brandon Jones and the Brandon Jones band. Like Brandon Jones is a radio personality, has a really wicked country band.
That's awesome.
Like and everyone's just kind of like, I don't want to say incestuous. It's just, it's all in-house.
Yeah.
Like they have so much entertainment avenues where they can go and do these different things, and having that club is one of them. And like obviously the bike rally is one of the bigger things that happens during the year, but there is some massive weekends in Sturgis. Like there's like a Camaro weekend. There's like a Mustang week.
It's not just bikes, ladies and gentlemen.
No, like the whole town is kind of dialed in for hosting major events. So
That's so cool.
And we kept hearing last couple years, I think it's in September, there's like a Stockade week, and I guess that's just nuts. Because like that's when all the big ranchers from Montana and North and South Dakota and Wyoming and everybody comes in, and that one's a little bit more From what I've heard, there's a lot more money flying around. Because there's a lot of these guys are like the Yellowstone-esque type ranchers.
Of course, that's the first thing everyone thinks of now when you hear that.
Yeah, they don't even know what cash is. They've never
What do you mean, cash?
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, what a great time. Shout out to good friends Jeannie and Justin who let us stay at their place. It's up at a place called Nemo.
Ooh.
And
like Little Nemo?
Like that's the same, spells the same. But it's like a little tiny town up in the Black Hills. It's a destination for all the people when they ride around. Everyone wants to do at least one day up to Nemo on the Nemo Road. It's called the Vanocker Road. It's a sick drive.
And you love drives. You're an entrepreneur of drives. Big fan.
Every day we got to do that thing twice, just coming in and out of town. It's about 25 minutes. And yeah, it's a little out of town, but it's just a gorgeous drive. I don't think you can go past 70 on it.
Jeez.
And
like just because it's windy?
It's just windy, and it's speed control because all the bikers are like, you go one direction, and you'll pass probably like 500 or 600 bikes coming the opposite direction.
Crazy.
And like,
you did give us a little glimpse with the latest episode when you walked out of the venue.
Yeah.
And you sort of walked around all of
town.
Yeah,
town's
like that's
nuts.
crazy.
Yeah,
like that's all. It's all bikes, just like you expect. But then it's all like outdoor venues as well.
Everything's got an outdoor venue. If it's a bar during Sturgis, they'll turn their parking lot into an outdoor venue.
Yeah,
like every single one of them. And everywhere is awesome. Like I went and watched Clutch on a Monday night for free. Like most of these places are free. Like there's no cover charge. They're just trying to draw people in, and and some of the venues like the Iron Horse will put on major acts all week, and it's all free shows. And same with the Loud American where we played.
Yeah, the green room in there you're showing us.
Yeah, it's like it's a house. Like
I
it's a
thought you had a rider or
back.
something when you were showing. It's like no. You just share with all the other bands.
Yeah.
And the fridges are always stocked.
Always stocked. And if
wild.
there's something that you need, there's people that work there, that are runners, they'll drive you to your place. They'll stock whatever in the fridge. They're like
so good.
It's just they treat everybody really, really well there. And they pay attention every single year. How do we make this better? How are we going to upgrade for next year? How are we going to
progress?
Yeah. And this year was like probably the most dialed in I've seen it around there. As far as production goes, as far as everything was just a fine-tuned machine. And because they've been doing it a while, but there's you get your odd celebrities here and there that come through town. Ooh. I saw somebody post a video of Kevin Costner riding around in the main
He's
street.
always around there, hey?
And there's like Robert Patrick, like T1000.
Get out of here.
He was
I would have ran the other way, dude.
Everywhere, all week.
I would have been like, I have not seen that boy. Stay away from me, bro.
Right.
I don't want it. Keep your Terminators out of here.
But yeah, we had a pretty cool week. We started off in Deadwood. We drove about 5 hours out to Sioux Falls, which is a gorgeous city.
You have to be nice if you have falls in your name.
Kind of, right?
I think that's the rule.
And yeah, we played at a place called Levitt at the Falls, and it's a beautiful spot. It's actually a part of an organization like the Levitt organization. We found out about all this stuff when we got there. This organization was started somewhere in New York, I think, by like a billionaire and his philanthropist wife, and they
what a great label.
Right?
Oh, the billionaire and his philanthropist wife.
Well,
of course.
He started, I'm going to get this wrong, but he started a clothing company in like the 20s or 30s before the Depression.
Oh, dang.
And it's like the Casual Male, or I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's one of America's oldest and most popular clothing stores.
That's pretty sweet.
And anyways, this guy, sometime in the, I don't know if it was 80s or 90s, when he wanted to start this thing where I want to make music free for people. Because when he was young, he used to go to the park and watch people play music. And he was like, I went back to that old park and there's nothing there. So he wanted to build a permanent structure that was a volunteer-based organization that puts on music for free as much as possible. Yeah. So over the years, that organization has placed permanent staging in over 80 locations across America. 8.
All with the same deal.
Yeah. And
Bringing music to the people, man. I love that.
and there's a lot of them have free music 3-4 nights a week, all
So
as long as the weather permits it. And like every lot of major cities have one of these, and Sioux Falls actually has one of 8 of the largest venues that they made, and they actually, Sioux Falls itself has the largest like average attendance of these things, which is around 2,500 people. Every single time they have something in the park, a minimum of 2,500 people show
there.
up.
Yeah.
And it's
It's a big event.
and it's all volunteer. Like it's all just put on by people who are donating their time, and the production on that was just like unreal. They have video, they have everything. They have
And they do that all for you. Like what? Like your band, Arcana Kings. You were there.
and like it's put up on big screens and everything. You can like have the video.
That's
of
what I mean,
The
yeah.
show
They'll give you-
afterwards,
oh,
just the
that's so
audio.
cool.
Like
Whatever
can
you
get
want.
them to mix it. It's pretty cool.
I love that.
And then we hustled back to Sturgis to go play our 5 days in a row, and our slot was 2:00 to 3:30 or 3:45, basically every day. So we got to sleep in, we got to stay out late, like we were just in a
perfect
Goldilocks
trip.
position.
Man.
It was pretty sick.
Well, and make no mistake, you put in all the work to get there. It's not like this was just bestowed
Yeah.
upon you. Here you guys go. You've been putting in the hours, man, the reps, right? Like
Yeah.
it's this is the goal that you wanted to get to, and now you're here enjoying it, which is what it's all about.
And we're there with, half a dozen or more other bands who've been doing this at the same venue. Like John Scalia and the Dirty Word, they're kind of based around Minneapolis area. There's some people from Fargo and other things. They've been doing it for 20 plus years at that venue.
Which is just nuts.
Tripwire from Fargo. Those guys have been doing it for 10 plus years. David Graham and the Eskimo Brothers.
That's
are
the one I
bros
wanted.
from
That's
Nashville.
the one. We love those guys.
Sport in the Hat.
There it is.
They actually, it was pretty awesome because there's an outdoor and an indoor venue,
Okay.
and both stages usually have like 6 or 7 bands during the day. But this was one of the ways that they kind of streamlined it all. Inside would usually change about 3 or 4 times during the day and night. And like there's the same production crew, so sound guys are going from inside to outside, like changing guys over.
Yeah.
And it's just a headache for them. I bet it's just nuts.
Yeah.
But this year it was just exclusively David Graham inside at 8:30 every night, and that was it.
No Eskimo Brothers?
So no, yeah.
Okay, so they were
but,
there too. Okay, good. Just
There's
wanna make
no
sure.
other
All right.
bands. There
Yeah.
was no other changeovers. So when they go in and do sound check on the first Friday, same sound guy, don't have to move anything all the way till the next Saturday. So it's like just having no changeovers.
Just
with that was-
streamlining the process.
Yeah, then they figured that out over the years, and just how to draw people in at certain times. Like we were a really good draw for friends that we've made and people that we know and people that have seen us before. We only played at 2:00 every day. So for the bar, we already know, we get that like 2 to 4 o'clock is not a busy time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are walking around and everything. But we would draw in, 200 plus, 300 plus people into this outdoor venue every day.
crazy, yeah.
And we're looking at it like, this is great. We're getting people out here, but the bar is also super pumped because normally there's not as many people
Yeah.
there. So we did pretty well for that. We kind of would call it like the afternoon drinking club.
There
and
it is.
Get people having shots, and it was
Yeah.
just a blast. But we released We the People on the first Friday when we were there, the
we
new
go.
single that we
Yes,
did
sir.
with Mike Fraser out in Vancouver. And it's gotten a really crazy good response.
That's what I'm talking about.
We made the video ourselves just out of stuff that we took with our phones and everything while we were recording. Jason, our
I was
bass
gonna
player,
say, yeah.
he edited it.
Did all the
up.
work. As a guy who's edited way too many things,
Yeah.
thank you to Jason, because
Yeah.
that job sucks.
He did a really, and he loves doing it.
Those are the guys you need.
He's getting to learn more and all this other stuff. So it was really fun to be contained with each other for a little bit, not have a broken down vehicle for the first time in the last 4
You've
trips.
been on a bit of a streak there, hey?
Dude. So like we took a truck and a car, and like it just made it so much easier. And even driving around in Sturgis trying to find parking with like a bus or a van is
good luck.
hell.
Yeah.
And to just have a car to go in and be like, oh yeah, go over here and park it, zip, 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 done.
Nice and easy.
5-minute walk to the venue, we're good.
Yeah.
But we had an absolute blast. Coming back, when we were on our way back, for whatever reason, never really had any issues at the border ever, but coming back into good old Canada, there's a lady at the border crossing.
These are the stories we sign up for right here. These are the good ones. All right.
I remember her from a month and a half ago going to Cleveland or Sandusky.
Like the same girl?
We stopped through there, yeah, and I had new symbols, so I had to like mark down all my new gear and everything.
Yeah.
And she was the one that helped me mark down my gear.
Sounds like a friendly transaction.
As soon as we pulled in, I was driving and I rolled down the window and she pulled up. She's like, yeah, passports, whatever. We had them all ready. And I was like, you marked my symbols down like a month and a half ago. She's like, oh, yeah, you guys. Oh, yeah.
How did you not remember this?
And it was like a very cordial conversation. And so she grabbed her stuff and went inside. And she was inside for about 10 minutes.
Ah, that's a little too long.
Was way too long.
Yeah. Yep.
And usually we just have a quick chat and we're home. We're
you guys
going
are
home.
veterans of this process. You know how to streamline it. We literally have done shows on how to cross the border properly.
This is like our 5th time, possibly 6th time this year that we've crossed over.
It's a lot.
I don't know if that was it or whatever, but she came out and she's like, okay, guys, just need to step out of the vehicle. And we're just like...
You're prepared for that, though, right? Like after that amount of time, you know it's coming, yeah.
But we're in a car. Like, it's just
also true.
There was only 3 of us in a car, all from Saskatchewan, just going home to Saskatchewan. And we sat there for 2 hours.
Oh, I hate that.
And probably about 8 vehicles went through. Very not busy border crossing. And they went through the whole vehicle, fine-tooth comb, every floor mat, wiping things down, taking out the spare tire, looking underneath the hood. Called the canine unit.
Just to make sure.
Strolled in a truck like 20 minutes later. Bring the dog out, which was, by the way, probably the coolest part of everything.
Well, I should hope so.
Because we were joking around with them. They're asking us what certain things were. Every piece of dirty underwear and clothes, they're going through every seam of everything. And it was like, I'm sorry, if those things are
they're not clean.
A little nasty.
They are not clean.
But that's their job. They have to do what they need to do. Obviously, they don't want to do that, but they have to. And so it was like, whatever.
And is that not the best feeling in the world, knowing you have nothing to hide?
Absolutely.
So it's like do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do.
Just hang out,
And so they built a good rapport with us. We were giggling and laughing with them, and we just sat there and watched them do it for like over an hour. And then the dog comes in, and we're like, oh, this is great. And then the dog lady comes. She's just like, yeah, normally I'd just go straight up and do this, but the dog has to pee. So like, she takes the dog out to a field and goes and pees and comes back, and she's like, okay, now you guys go into this other room because you can't be in the same area while the dog's doing her thing. And we just sat and watched the whole process and how she trained this dog.
Yeah, walk me through that. I've always wondered how they bring the dog to the vehicle.
It's pretty cool. So, like, it's just, she'll do a walk around and whatnot, but the dog's still, like, paying attention to other stuff. So they'll walk around and look, and she'll kind of point and snap her finger at something, and then kind of look away, and then, no, over here. And then go over here and go over here, jump in the back seat. Go around every wheel well. Go into the front seat. Go into every single seat. Go in between the seats. All over the place.
Sniff it all.
And then opens up the hood, and then boop, 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 and jumps right up on the engine.
That's so sweet.
And is looking around, and we're just sitting there just like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, there's nothing in there, but like, this is pretty cool.
Now, if you had like a Maserati or something, would that be a little bit, do they still let the dog just jump up?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, sorry,
I'm pretty
guys.
sure it would have been a hypoallergenic dog, like, or it's not gonna,
Well, no,
I'm assuming.
I mean like the claws jumping on.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I'm sure all of that stuff is taken care of. Like, it's a very pretty dog.
Obviously.
But, that was a whole crazy experience. We just sat there like, okay, are we done yet? And she's like, yep. And at the end of it, I've heard of a lot of people, like, they rip everything out and then they just
Leave it.
put it all back in. Every single one or the 2 people that were there, they knew exactly where they took certain things out of our bags, and we're like, if you guys could just help us get some of your stuff back in here, because we don't exactly really know
Where it
was. So it was like, oh, you guys are actually helping? So it was like, yeah. And they helped us put it all back in, because I had a drum kit and there's bass and all of our gear, or not gear, but like clothes and bags and stuff. It was all stacked in this car. And the guy's just like, yeah, you guys had it packed in here. I don't exactly remember how. I was like, oh,
he just doesn't want to touch the gross undies again, bro. He's like, get your undies in there.
A Tetris thing that I do here, and it's like, yeah, I noticed that, and it was just a fine experience. We were 2 hours late getting home, which wasn't a big deal. I wanted to go golfing, but whatever.
Oh, that's the worst.
But yeah, came home, successful trip. We had a lot of great responses from people from all over Canada, all over the States. Like, one of the best parts that I can remember while we were playing, it was probably our third day on like the Sunday afternoon. I have a bunch of friends that I've been staying down there with at a camp. Well, not a campsite, but they own a house down there, and I'd camp in the yard.
Yeah.
They're all from Canada, and they welcome everybody. They have a bunch of American friends that come and stay there every year. They're just great dudes. And super interesting people. You sit around and just listen to them joke around and tell stories. Some of those guys were at like Sturgis 50, which was 35 years ago. Like, they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And some of these guys have made friends with people, you know, being broke down on the side of the road 30 years ago, and they're friends to this day. And like,
beautiful.
It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's really cool to hang out with those guys. So those guys show up, and they're in full party mode at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, yes, this is great. So they came and watched, and some friends, actually, not just friends, but like people that I grew up with in Kalonze.
Shout out Kalonze!
There's a bunch of them that go down there every year, and there they were. And I went and said hi to them before the show, and
hold on, were their minds being blown at that point? Because that's a strange place to meet people from your town.
Oh no, every time we've been there for the past 4 years,
so it's a normal thing.
They've been there, and they usually come out and try and say hi or watch the show.
Yeah.
So shout out Brad and Lori, and then Larry and Bruce that also came down. I haven't seen them there yet, but that was awesome, and they were out having a great time. But for me, the coolest thing was, I'm sitting there, and they're all up front dancing. The Kalonze crew and the Saskatchewan, Alberta crew, they're all just intermingled with each other. And a couple of the guys noticed that there's a 50th birthday party. All these women are there for this woman's 50th birthday. And so they're, come out and dance, come out. These guys incited like one of the best parties I've been around at like 2:30 in the afternoon. They're just like getting people up, having a great time. And by the time we're done, I'm looking out front. There's drinks being swilled around. Everyone's just gushing sweat because they're dancing so much. It was just like, and people are hugging, taking pictures, doing all this stuff. And I'm like, there's all the people that I know here are all having a great time with each other.
Loving it.
And then after the whole thing was done, I missed a bunch of people because I was back loading gear and everything. But I went up to the guys from Alberta afterwards. I was like, that's awesome. You met all my friends from my hometown. They're like, who's that? I was like, oh, the people you've been dancing and partying with for the past 2 hours. Like, I didn't meet those guys. We never, like, I don't know.
There was no interaction.
Like,
but there was so many interactions.
But I was like, God, I should have just introduced you guys, but I was doing my thing.
I was busy working, bro.
That's just nuts. And like, I know for a fact that these guys would all be like lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Like,
you can tell right away.
So sometime in the future, I got to introduce all you guys together.
Get the squad back.
It was just really cool to see that in a completely different country.
Yeah.
Right? And like,
that's the crazy
We're
part.
just having this crazy party, and it's all the Canadians that are inciting all this stuff. And for not like, you know, we're proud to be Canadian, yes, but like, that wasn't it. It was just, that's who ended up being the party animals that day.
Stepped up.
It was pretty cool to see. Great group of friends. And yeah, we made a lot of new friends. Got to There's a guy named Dylan Bloom from Nebraska. He's a country artist. And his band, they were brand new. And we tried to make them feel as comfortable as possible when they got there, because they were like not sure if they could have any of the beers in the fridge.
We all been the first, like the when you show up to a party that's been going on for years and years, you're not sure of the protocol.
Yeah.
So you got to sort of tiptoe around it.
And we were just like, no, guys.
Get in there.
Here's how we do it.
Yeah.
And as soon as they found out we're from Saskatchewan, there's like, farming backgrounds.
Yeah.
Al actually, still farms and all that stuff. They're just like, I think we found our new best friends.
Yeah.
And like, we had great conversations with those guys. They're awesome. There's also a dude that we met. His name's Chancey Williams.
That's a great name. Chancey.
He's a country artist
Okay.
from somewhere in maybe like Laramie, Wyoming or something like that.
Ooh, that's a nice name.
But he'd been playing at the Loud American. He did it since like 10 plus years and grew his career. And I think the last big tour he was on, he did Trace Atkins,
I've heard of that name.
national tour. He was the opening act for that.
Nice.
And he's been blowing up, gone from riding to the rally on a bike and then, having a van with the boys. And now he's got 2 buses and a semi,
Made it.
and he shows up every year to come say hi, and because it's still all the old friends.
Yeah.
And he's playing in the area. So there's a point in time where we're in the green room. Al and I walk into the green room and we see all the owners in there laughing, having a good time. Usually they're pretty busy.
Yeah.
But they're sitting down, having some drinks, and I'm looking around. I was like, why did they stop? Like, why are they not working? Who's in this room? And I hear the name Chancey Williams. I was like, okay, I've been hearing this guy's name for years. And I searched him up online. There's a movie that's coming out called Flint, like a Western movie. Maybe it is already out. I can't remember. But he's in it. He got a part in that.
Nice.
And I was like, holy, this guy's blowing up. He's doing stuff like at the Grand Ole Opry, like last week. Like, he's on this big tour. He's doing really, really well. And I recognize him. He's sitting right there in this chair. And they're all laughing and joking around. So I was just like, maybe we should just exit the room and let them all have a
moment.
good time. Like, we're allowed to be in here, but this is their house.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And this is an old buddy. Let them catch up. So we go up to David Graham's green room, which is in the other building, and it's upstairs, and it's just his green room. We're all allowed in there, but it's basically just for them. They have their own stocked fridge. They have their own bathrooms and all that other stuff.
Big name.
So we just go up there, and we're kind of taking 5 in there. It's nice AC because it was hot out, and we're having a chill. It was just me and Al, and then Brett, the manager, comes in, and he shoots off into the bathroom, and then all of a sudden the door opens up, and Chancey Williams walks in.
Can't get away from him.
He just kind of like, hey guys, just sneaking in here. I just wanted to use the bathroom. And I was like, well, Brett just went into the bathroom there. He's like, okay, yeah. So
how
who
you
are
guys doing? Yeah, exactly.
And so we're just like, hey, awesome.
Yeah.
My name's Graham. This is Al. Whatever. Al's just kind of standing there looking at me like, how do you know this guy?
Yeah, what
And I'm
the
like,
heck's happening?
I just searched him up online, really. But like, yeah, I asked him, I was like, how is being in this new Flint movie? Like, and he's like, oh, you read about that? I was like, yeah, I just literally searched it up like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like, how was that? And he was telling us all about working with, big actors and stuff. And he was really cool to talk to. And he's like, so what are you guys doing here? It's like, oh, we're in a band, Arcana Kings. We're from Canada. We're from Saskatchewan. He's like, how did you say that? I always heard it was Saskatchewan. I was like, no, it's Saskatchewan. Just make it quick and easy.
Yeah, Saskatchewan.
He's like, that's awesome. Your guys' accents are cool. And I'm like,
we go.
We don't have an accent, dude.
Dude, come on.
You have an
That's
accent.
right.
And he's just like, oh, this is hilarious. Like, no, we're from farming communities and all that. And he's just like, let's have a shot. Okay, here we go.
Best friends.
And then Al just says, I don't know if you remember saying this, but he was just like, so who are you? And I was like, oh, dude.
Oh, come
dude.
on. Yeah. He's sort
like,
of a big deal. We just talked about his movie that he's
boy
in.
here. And
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, I'm sorry. And he's just like, that's awesome. Poured a drink,
Amazing.
and you could tell he was just like, I'm going to hang out with these guys who don't know who I am because
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Feeding off it.
He's like, everybody else here knows me, and everybody else is kind of like, oh, But these two farm boys are just joking
normal
around,
people.
swearing, talking
Yeah.
bullshit, and it
Yeah.
was just like, sorry.
No,
But
you can swear. It's all good.
it was just such an experience. We're just like, yeah, I guess we're the reprieve for his day. It's just like, hey, I can
You're making his day now.
sneak back here with
it.
these guys for a little bit and go have a chat and just relax for a minute.
His name is Uncle Grandma. As you can tell, he tells stories. Every Sunday, 7 p.m., Uncle Grandma's Story Time.
Heck yeah.
New edition. This Sunday, we are about to film it. You got a little taste of what it is, and now we're going to delve way deeper into all that stuff. We the People. Where can people find the song, brother?
We the People is available on all your streaming platforms, your Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. YouTube's got the
Lyric video.
up there. Tidal. If anybody is a Tidal subscriber, use Tidal. Do you know what Tidal is?
I don't like tidal waves. I'm horrified of tsunamis, so no.
So Tidal is basically
You got about a minute and a half, by the way.
streaming platform that plays the highest quality music that you can. So you can put your WAV file on there, and it'll play your WAV file. So the WAV file is the highest, like not compressed version of your music. So it's the best quality you can get.
Tidal wave.
Hence Tidal Wave. So yeah, go check it out
Horrifying.
everywhere. There's also Miles Canyon's releasing
That's
a
our
song.
guy. Love him.
New song, Good on You, with a video coming out soon. The 15th.
Nice.
We'll be playing at Country Thunder on Sunday the 17th, which is this coming up Sunday in
Yeah.
Calgary.
Nice.
We'll be playing at 3 o'clock on a radio stage. We've got a bunch more stuff. I got a banger of an announcement for Arcana Kings. You're going to love this.
You're running out of time.
I can't say it right now, though.
That's the cliffhanger. We'll leave it there. The piano's playing itself.
It'll be
brother.
we're playing within 3 weeks from now at something that everyone in Saskatchewan is going to be like, holy crap.
That's our guy, Uncle Grandma, joining us this Sunday. New episode of Uncle Grandma's Story Time. Be sure to check it out. We are about to film it. So happy you're home, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us here on the
Thanks
Thursday
for
edition
having
of
me
your
in this
show.
afternoon.
And we will turn it over. We'll get recording, and then we will continue on our way. By the way, tomorrow night, 11 p.m., speaking of big announcements, we got a new little show possibly that may or may not be going down. I'm not allowed to say anything about it, but I'm not excited about it because it's like all of my fears at once. So if you're excited to see guys literally like cry out of fear, join us tomorrow night at 11 p.m. It's going to be so much fun.
Going through his underwear drawer.
That could do it. We'll be back tomorrow for the Friday Fun Table. Remember, karma's very real. Do good things and it'll happen to you. This place is proof. Have a great Thursday!